Hi, today I'm going to show you how to assign a Socrative activity through Canvas. So the first step is to log in and choose which activity you would like to assign to students. Remember, this is from the Launch tab. So I'm going to go ahead and assign a quiz. And it'll ask if I'd like to stop the current activity and start a new one, because with the free version, you can only have one activity going at a time per room. And you only get one room, which allows you to have up to 50 students working at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and click which quiz I'd like to assign and hit next. Here you have a couple choices. Instant feedback. After each question the student will submit, they'll immediately be able to see whether they got the question correct or incorrect, and you can provide some written feedback as an explanation. With open navigation, students have the ability to jump between different questions. They can edit their answers, and they only submit at the very end once they've answered all of their questions. With teacher paced, I would only assign that if you're working with students live in the classroom or live online using a video conferencing tool. The only reason for this is because with teacher paced, students can only move to the next question when the teacher physically presses the next button for every single question. So we're going to do open navigation. Over here on this side, you've got some other options to shuffle questions and answers. I would always recommend requiring names, and then also if students want to see their final score, and then click start. Once you click start, the activity is live for students. So as soon as they log in, they'll automatically be taken to the activity that you picked, and it will stay live until you click this finish button. So now to assign it to Canvas, you're going to click which class you'd like to assign it to. And then we're going to go over here to assignments and click new. We're going to give it a title. And then we're going to type some directions down here. So click here to go to Socrative. Type the room code, which I'll show you how to find that, and then complete the quiz. All right, so the first step we have to do is to link to Socrative so the kids can get there. So before we do that, here's our room code. So this is the name of your room. Students will have to enter this and type it in order to access the activity. So Johnson 8426. Okay, and then to take the kids to Socrative, I'm actually going to sign out. Now, we could have students just go to Socrative.com and they'll be taken to this home page, but then they're going to have to know to click login. So we can actually bypass that and pretend that we're a student, and we're going to actually copy this URL up here, because instead of taking students to the home page, it'll actually take them directly to the login page. So we're going to go ahead and click copy. We're going to highlight this whole thing here. Hit the button that says link to URL. Looks like a little chain link. We're going to hit paste, so Control V, and insert link. So now students, when they click on that, they'll be taken to this login page where they'll have to enter the room name, which you have right here. So let's change that to room name. And then they have the directions to complete the quiz. Down here, you can assign different point values. You can have this as a different, if I want to make this a classwork grade, whatever groups you have, and you can make this points. Maybe I just want to do it as a completion grade and not count it towards the final grade. For this activity, students really aren't submitting anything in Canvas. They're just finishing it on Socrative. And you can also decide if you want to assign it to a certain group of students. And let's pick a due date. And if you click save, it's just going to save as a draft. If you want to make this live to students, you want to make sure to click save and publish. So now if I go in and look at it as a student, let's see what that looks like. All right, so over here it shows up on my to-do list. And this is what it looks like as a student. So I've got some simple directions. I click on the link. It takes me to the room name. Can copy the room code. And it immediately starts the quiz. There we go.